Hello, everyone. Welcome. I believe there's still one in the waiting room, but we'll get going here. 12:16. So, just want to thank everybody for making it to this availability. Quick reminder for this weekend series: Game 1 and Game 2, and Game 3, if necessary, going to be contested this weekend at Fox Valley Ice Arena against the Dubuque Fighting Saints. Chicago Steel will be hosting all two, if necessary, 3 games. Game 1 on Friday, April 30th. Game 2 on Saturday, May 1st. Game 3 on Sunday, May 2nd. Again, if necessary, all games are presented by Riverfront, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. Tickets are on sale in limited capacity by calling 855-51-STEEL or visiting chicagosteelhockeyteam.com. Fans have been in attendance at 25% capacity at Fox Valley Ice Arena since March 26th. The Steel were the first team in Illinois to have indoor fans in over a calendar year. So fans have been with us for about a month. So with that, we're going to quick jump to head coach Brock Sheehan, general manager Ryan Hardy. Before we do that, a quick update on the final record of the team. The Steel finished with a 38-11-3-2 record. That's 81 points, first in the Eastern Conference and first in the United States Hockey League, to win their back-to-back Anderson Cup championship as regular season champions of the league, scoring 4.91 goals per game. That's the first in the league and tied for second all-time in the USHL behind last year's Steel team. The Steel will be facing off against the Dubuque Fighting Saints in the Eastern Conference semis, which is a best-of-3 format. Dubuque enters the series with a 24-23 4-1 record, 53 points, as the 4th and final seed in the Eastern Conference. So with that, I'll open it up to questions. If you could use the raise hand emoji down at the bottom, I'll get to everyone one by one here. Head coach Brock Sheehan, general manager Ryan Hardy are available for questions, and we will go ahead and get started. All right, so our first question is going to come from Krista with CBS2. Krista, your mic is active. Go ahead.
Hi, Coach. I'm just curious, how are you feeling about the team heading into the postseason? And then after everything that happened last year, just how good is it that you actually get this opportunity?
Yeah, I know as a staff, we feel pretty good about where we're at. I'm really proud of the players, first off. It's obviously nice to have played all 54 games. There's a lot of stress during the year, just protocols and procedures, but I feel like our group came to the rink every day, got better. Especially the last 6 to 8 weeks, I like the way that we're playing going into playoffs against a tough opponent in Dubuque. So I'm excited about the group. And yeah, last year was obviously an abrupt ending, but anyone involved in sports went through the same thing. It is nice to be able to go into playoffs this year. Really excited about where we're at.
All right, next question comes from Brandon Kane. Brandon, your mic is active. Go ahead.
This is for Ryan. Has any of the staff been vaccinated prior to the playoffs? And I guess where do you guys stand on that standpoint?
I'd say probably half our staff has been vaccinated so far. We have a mandate to do so between now and June. So about half our staff has at least gotten one shot, and certainly the upper management has encouraged everyone to do that as part of just participating in this public health procedures. So that's kind of where we're at on that, and I'd say probably half of our players have also been vaccinated as well.
Was that a point of view just providing educational materials to staff and players as to when to get it and I guess what they can expect from it?
Yeah, so Dan Lev, our team president, and Jim Schroeder, our head athletic trainer, they head up that type of thing. I more just identify hockey players and manage the hockey. So all of those mandates and that information comes from them, and they're very thorough in the information they provided us and the resources that they gave us to access if we had questions about the vaccine or potential side effects or, the pros and cons of Moderna and Pfizer and then Johnson & Johnson when that was active. So they've been pretty thorough in providing us that information just to make sure that everyone who does go and get vaccinated does so feeling very comfortable with that decision and prepared for any and all outcomes. And if there are, a day of sickness afterwards, which it sounds like there's some potential of that with the Pfizer and the Moderna, and I'm sure the Johnson & Johnson as well, when that's backed up. I think it's just getting people comfortable with that's, what the vaccine is designed to do, and that's okay. And that's part of the process, and just being prepared for that, and just make sure that everyone is in the right, headspace to take it and understand that hundreds of millions of people throughout our country have already been vaccinated, and the risk appears to be low.
Thanks.
All right, next question comes from Alexis with Stadium.
This is a question for Coach, kind of a two-part question. So one, are there any adjustments that you're making to the lineup heading into the playoffs? And then two, what do you think is going to be the biggest factor to push through all of these games to get hopefully to the Clark Cup?
Actually, I think that Friday, knock on wood, will be the first time we have the roster that will be set for that game together, actually, all season. I think Hardy can correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But we're really excited. We like the way our lines are set right now. We've had Sam Lipkin, Joe Miller, and Dawson Pasternak have really solidified themselves as a line over the last 6 to 8 weeks. Adam Fantilli, Sean Farrell, and Josh Stone have been really good. And then Eric Middendorf with Matt Coronado and Mackie Samoskevich. So those three lines have basically played together. And then we get Adam Robbins back from injury with Jack Harvey and Jackson Blake. So those will be most likely our lines going into Friday. So we're really excited. And then our D-core is healthy. So as of right now, knock on wood again. So really excited about that. And, I just think for us, the process stays the same. It's playoffs. We've worked a lot on getting better with our habits and details. Those small habits and details are going to lead to success. Try not to focus on the result of each series, just kind of take it one step at a time. That's how it's a cliche, but that's how we do everything here. We work to get better every day and try to keep our guys focused on what they're doing in that very moment.
All right, we've got another question from Krista. Krista, when you're ready, your mic is active.
Coach, what has it meant to have fans back in the stands again?
It's been awesome. We went the longest time in the league without fans at our home games, and we had some away games, especially when we went out west, where it was a little shocking for our group, I would say. Just the intensity level, the atmosphere, and even with the limited numbers in our building, I feel like the crowd's been amazing. There's different momentum shifts when there's fans in the building. The energy is completely different. I feel like one thing that was interesting from my perspective, even without fans, the intensity of the games are high. Like the kids are competitive. They want to win. There's elite hockey players on the ice. And you kind of lose the surroundings, when you're playing. But when we went back into some buildings, we were at Waterloo and one of our games in Green Bay, where I was like, oh man, fans, it was definitely different. So for our young players, I think that it was good to have that exposure, and then it's just been a lot of fun to have that energy back in the building.
So we've got another one from Brandon. Brandon, when you're ready, your mic is active.
All right, this is for Brock. How have you seen the progression from last year to this year for Sean?
Yeah, Sean, obviously he's been dominant this year. I thought last year, coming to us from the program, he was still one of our best players, if not our best player. But I think that this year he's been way more of a threat to score. He's always been a playmaker, but he's not afraid to be a shot threat, which I think has made him an even better playmaker. And then I just feel like there's been times this season where he's had to elevate because of our rosters, whether injuries or where we've been short guys, where he's literally put the team on his back and done and played at a level that I haven't seen in the USHL. So, and then from just a personal standpoint, I feel like especially with the staff, he's communicating at a high level. He's just way more open and really comfortable. I feel like he's matured a lot as a person. So I think this year, he wouldn't be here if it wasn't for COVID. I think it's actually really going to help him throughout his career. He's been, the dominant player in the league, and I think that's going to serve him well moving forward from here.
And then what makes Matt's shot so deadly? It's just racking up goals like nothing.
I think he puts a lot of work into it. He's added so many layers to his game. He is scoring at a high level, but he's scoring in so many different ways. It's not just off of, carry shots or one-timers or just around the net. His compete level and drive is the highest I've ever seen. I think that's why he's scoring at the rate that he is. Combine that with his skill set. I think that it's not just his like technical shot. It's all the intangibles that go with his game.
Thanks.
All right, we'll go one last call for questions. Looks like everybody's kind of wrapped up at this point. If I don't see any hands, in the next few moments, we'll wrap it up. Just a couple reminders again for this weekend's series. It's a best of 3 format. All 3 games, if necessary, will be contested at Fox Valley Ice Arena in Geneva, with the Steel as the #1 overall seed in the Eastern Conference and the USHL. Game 1 against the Dubuque Fighting Saints, Friday, April 30th, 7:05 puck drop. Game 2, Saturday, May 1st, again, 7:05 puck drop. And then game 3, if necessary, will be Sunday, May 2nd, another 7:05 puck drop. All games presented by Riverfront Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. If that's it for everyone, we will wrap it up here. Special thanks to General Manager Ryan Hardy, Head Coach Brock Sheehan. Thank you to the members of media for joining us. And that will wrap up today's call.